Well, a plan to bring sports betting, online poker, and fantasy sports gaming to Kentucky has officially taken its first step. But are odds in its favor to get past the legislature before time runs out? WHAS 11 political editor Chris Williams explains the rules of the games and has reaction from the governor.
It is part of not just Kentucky's culture, but America's culture. And I think it's time we bring these issues out of the shadows.
House Bill 175 was getting its first explanation. As the sun rose over the Capitol, supporters hoped desperation created by the budget crisis would create the dawning of a new day. HB 175 would legalize sports betting, online poker, and fantasy sports gaming. Kentuckians would need to download an app while on site at the Kentucky Speedway or a horse track that has those historic betting machines. It would not allow betting on universities in Kentucky. Analysts predict $20 million in tax revenue, but that number could balloon to nearly $50 million if neighboring states did not pass their own sports betting bills.
The sports wagering bill, as with most gambling legislation, is an attempt by the gambling industry to slip daylight past the rooster so they don't have to amend the Kentucky Constitution.
The Family Foundation of Kentucky sounded the alarm, arguing that it's not a hand worth playing because it's unconstitutional, lacks oversight, and would promise one thing but deliver another.
You can bet on horse racing legally on this machine here, right here, but more importantly, you can bet on sports on this right now, illegally, but it's not very hard. At least that's what I'm told.
Republican Adam Koenig sponsored the bill after the U.S. Supreme Court cleared the way last spring. He does not want to see Kentucky lose out and feels government oversight will protect Kentucky consumers and help plug the pension hole.
I like the chances. If everyone votes their conscience, I think it's got a great chance of moving.
In the past, you've called that kind of legislation a sucker bet. Do you still feel that way about this sports betting bill?
Again, I think the juice isn't going to be worth the squeeze.
Governor Bevin's concerns over side effects won't force supporters to fold. Instead, they think having enough votes to pass alone would create enough votes to guarantee they can trump the governor.
If we can get it to the governor's desk, then we'll be able to override a veto. Obviously, I hope he doesn't veto it, but our goal is to get it to him by day 28.
Which is March 13th and would allow lawmakers 2 days to try and override a veto. At the Capitol, Chris Williams, WHAS 11 News.
Now, if passed, HB 175 would put the Horse Racing Commission in charge of overseeing sports betting, the lottery over online poker, and the Public Protection Cabinet over fantasy gaming.